G'day, I'm John O'Brien and I am a filmmaker and a scriptwriter, an educator. I'm teaching a workshop called Write That Script. The aim of Write That Script is for people to be able to get that burning ambition they may have to make a film or a TV show and make a good start on the script. It also could work for more experienced people, so someone who's a bit more experienced might get some tips and tricks, but also some other ways perhaps of approaching script writing from what they normally do. Might help to break some blockages along the way. As well as a face-to-face workshop, there is some preparatory work before the workshop, and it's not compulsory, but there are a few lessons, short lessons, and 3 exercises. The first exercise is to write a synopsis of your story. Half a page to 1.5 pages, that's enough for us to get the general idea. You need to know who the main characters are, what the main story points are, but it doesn't have to be very long. And it's about getting it down on paper. The second exercise is to work out what story you're telling and what you're trying to do with it, or what you're trying to achieve with it, what message you're trying to get across. For example, both of these in the industry are called the premise, and there's lots of versions of the premise in the film and television industry. But in this case, it's where your story is going, what the real story is, what the real story you're telling is. And also when someone asks you, yeah, but what are you really trying to do with this? What are you really up to here? So you'll end up with 2 versions of a premise, a story premise and another form of premise. And they will become touchstones that you can refer back to when you're writing, when you're pitching, when you're doing whatever you're doing with your script. The third exercise is the pitch. So the pitch is often considered a bit scary. All it is telling the story briefly. There's a bit more to it than that, making sure that you include a few things that are essential and I guess making it as enticing and fun and fresh and interesting as possible. But it's something you do anyway whenever you talk about your script. So it's worth having a start. We will start with the pitch in our workshop. Everyone will go around and tell their story very briefly. Those are the 3 exercises. What I really want you to do is to have fun with those. Take them seriously, but don't think that they're not going to change, because they are. And now move on to the introductory lessons, please, and enjoy Write That Script.